listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Momba.
Do you mind, sir? I'm sexting my girlfriend.
I'm helping you out, bro.
She's been out of town for the past week, and
He's trying to send the penis.
Uh-huh.
Not the emoji, not the eggplant, but where you put the 8 and then and then a bunch of equals.
And then,
but he only put like 2 equals. You got to add a few more in there, bro.
Capital D.
And a capital D with a little squiggly thing at the end.
When Tony sends an emoji of his genital, it's the greater than sign and the less than sign side by side. So it makes this little vagina mark.
Bro, get him off you.
Oh, man.
Coming from my head, dog.
I mean, you're leaving me no choice. You know that, right?
You're the one that came out swinging. Shit. Just trying to text my significant other, bro.
How does it feel not having her around?
I mean, it's okay.
It's good?
No, I didn't say it's good.
Oh.
It's, she had to go to Vegas for a work trip.
For how long?
She does it every. I always say, I'm like, she really going for a work trip, or
How do you know her other significant other is not out there?
I know, right? She's rendezvousing with some mystery guy.
Yeah.
But
Or mystery girl.
She usually takes pics, and so I guess that's proof. She has an elaborate setup.
Yeah, exactly.
But her job sends her, and they're like work trainings to make her a better manager, I guess, or like I think this week they had her taking a makeup class.
Why isn't she out there promoting our podcast?
Like,
why would she?
Is she taking a makeup class like because she's making up for a class she didn't take? Or is that like an actual?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Like an actual
she's
cosmetic.
taking a cosmetic makeup class.
Just want to clarify for our listeners.
Yes. I see that. Understandable. Mm-hmm. But yes, she is in the beauty business, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. So every once in a while to keep her education up
in the aesthetic industry.
Yeah, the aesthetic industry. They send her out. Like she'll usually go to L.A., Vegas.
Why don't you go with her?
What am I gonna do?
Because that's where all the beautiful people are.
That's true.
They're not trying to have uglies go.
And like she's not going there. She's not going. I mean, it's like a hair industry, so Tony has no business going. I see you made the mistake of not wearing a hat today.
Oh man, you know what? I was just about to address that.
I think the sun wasn't out because you'd have to put some UV protection on that bad boy.
Yeah, I bet everybody's missing them flat brims now.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I was just about to say that. Like everyone's always complaining, like Tony's always wearing stupid hats.
You want mine?
No, I'm good. Like, because that's not a flat.
This is the other option for those who don't have video. There is a 80-year-old man sitting next to him.
Bro,
yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know this was going to be a...
Right, yep, right.
We went to the fights on Saturday. I know there's going to be a fight today.
Yeah.
There's an 80-year-old man right next to a 400-pound man.
Oh!
What was the thing, stupid shit that you used to say? Fuck, I came for a roast?
Oh, he's like I came for the like come for the barbecue, but stay for the roast.
Damn, Mamba.
That's every time like we grill and we start talking shit, like bro, come for the barbecue, stay for the roast. You think it's a Tony Divine original? Right off
the old dome piece.
Straight off the dome
There's
piece.
nothing else there, so you might as well put like this on it.
What
was I gonna say?
We should record earlier more often. This is some good material.
And we're not as groggy, not as tired.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to call the fire department because
I mean, we're recording while the sun's still out.
That is true.
Usually, it's
Are we recording?
People can see it in the window.
We recording, Junkyard?
I think so.
I would hope so.
It looks like we are.
Because there's no way that's gonna get recreated again.
I guess we'll find out on Friday.
But yeah, I would go with her, but she's working. Like, she has to be there early in the morning, and then she's usually there 8 hours.
That's the best kind of trip. That means you go and party all by yourself all day, all week.
I would just go by myself then. I wouldn't go with her.
Yeah, but the thing is that, did they pay for her stay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You got a free hotel.
Oh, I could say. But it's
not like MasterChef where they make you pay for your own shit.
Oh, yeah. I probably would. but they always send her with somebody else, like another girl.
A little threesome action. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Listen. I could barely satisfy my girlfriend. Do you want to add another girl into the mix?
Is that too much pressure?
Yeah.
That's 2 women you could
That is a lot of
not
pressure.
satisfy. You'd rather have 1 disappointed woman than 2 disappointed women?
How's it going to go? Like, I insert into one girl, probably my girlfriend, because I'm going to show her much more attention.
Yeah.
And it come too early, and the other girl, I'm like, oh, well, maybe next time.
I'm done.
That's why you go down on her.
That's cheating.
Not if your girlfriend's cool with you having a 3-way.
I doubt she is. I'll run it by her. Hopefully she listens to this podcast. And
She was like, "Oh, that sounds like a good idea."
I always like thought about that. I was like, should I just run it by her, see what she would say?
You never know. We're just
Probably
like, yeah,
not.
I think that'd be cool.
What about your? I mean, you're the one who's like more advanced. You're married.
No, she definitely would want a 3-way.
Oh.
I've already brought it up a couple times.
How do you bring it
really?
up? Like how do you bring that up? Like,
You
Not
were
like-
did you bring it up? Did you bring it up casually in conversation?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, would you like, how would you feel if, like, like me, you, another girl? She's like, no. Usually in like a jokingly manner. And if she says no in the jokingly manner, she's definitely gonna say no in a serious manner.
Do you remember when you were with your ex, and you were you were trying to come up with a way to casually bring up anal without like being too blunt, and I gave you like the best transition ever.
Yeah.
And it worked.
What do you say?
I told him to grab some lube, and, like put it in the fridge, and like put it like right by where she gets her drink, and then when she opens the fridge, and she's like, and then you gotta like all surprised, like what?
What is that
What
doing
is
there?
that doing in there? Oh, who put that? Look at this anal lube. What?
Did you do it?
Oh, we might as well use it since we already got it out.
No, I didn't do it.
Oh,
It would be great if I did.
Even
though
though I gave you a foolproof strategy.
he said to like put anal and put lube in her fucking purse and shit.
Yeah, put it in her purse. just like randomly buy like a bunch of like little tubes and just like stash them throughout. So she's always like finding them. Like she opens up her purse like, oh what? How did that get in there?
what was I gonna say? That's kind of scummy that you brought it up to. How did you bring it up to your
No,
wife?
I mean I didn't. I mean it's like I was joking about it more than anything.
yeah, I'm
Like,
sure you were,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it felt very flat, like the rest of your jokes.
Yes, it did.
Get him off, you dude.
What did you say?
I don't remember. Like I said, I was joking. We were just like bullshitting. Like, would you ever? I think it was probably before we were even married. I think I said it like when we were like dating.
But it was a joke. But you're also trying to see what she would say.
Nah, I mean,
Like if she was like,
was
no,
more-
I would never do that. I'm like, haha, lol, JK. But if she was like, oh yeah, I might be into that, you'd be like, oh yeah, for sure, for real.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
totally serious.
Totally serious.
I was joking. I don't think I was actually being serious, but she was.
But if she did say like,
she's like,
I might be into
she doesn't.
it.
I've even
I think
brought,
he has the same problem that you do, Mamba. Like he has a hard enough time keeping Myra from like laughing at his little wee wee, let alone to stop 2 women from laughing at him.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's
Then that counts as an audience.
2 is an audience.
hey man, I like putting on a show.
What was I gonna say?
A small show.
What about you?
Doesn't matter. It's still a
Tony?
show.
Do you think you'd be sexually competent enough to satisfy 2 women at the same time?
I most definitely would.
Oh, it's a big talk. Big talk from a
Yes.
small man.
Ouch.
Like,
No, I say I would, but I think when it comes down to it, I wouldn't know. Like I don't know.
I feel like that's a lot of. I feel like it's tiring. It would be tiring, and it's a lot of pressure.
I think it's like I wouldn't know how to, because obviously like you have to pay attention more to one than the other, especially if you're with your significant other. Like you can't just like if you were like if I was with 2 randos,
yeah, you wouldn't
and
care.
no pressure, whatever, it's a free for all. Like look, I'm just gonna shoot and wherever it lands, that's where I'm sticking it.
That's true. If it was me and my girlfriend and another girl, I'd probably couldn't do it. But if it was me
Just
and two
you and 2
randos,
randos.
doing everything,
You gonna defile them.
diddling, eating ass, whatever whatever it takes.
Why you junkyard? What about 2 randos?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd be down for it, but
I think I'd be.
It's still
I
difficult.
think I'd be more proficient.
Yeah,
There's
and if
2
they like
randos.
talk shit, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you didn't even
Yeah, well,
please
fuck you.
us,
Well, you're
or
a
you
whore."
finished too fast." I'd be like, "Oh well, whatever. I fucked you. Goodbye."
Bye, later.
Yeah.
slut.
like Tony Hinchcliffe, his joke about having sex with 2 women.
Oh yeah, see, weird situations.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who Tony Hinchcliffe is, he's a comedian and he's hilarious.
It was okay.
For those that don't know, present company excluded, of course. What is the joke?
We can't repeat it because it's not gonna be as funny.
Yeah,
He just basically
he basically recounted his first
three-way.
in, was it Nashville?
Yeah, no, it was Louisville,
Kentucky,
Yeah.
and how these country bumpkin girls went back with him to his hotel room. It was fun.
Sounds
It was pretty funny.
I don't want to try to repeat the joke and butcher it.
But it is funny. You should. I'm sure if you watch his next comedy special, it'll probably be on there.
Speaking of, I'm gonna sound very arrogant here, but whenever I see like stand-up comedy, like this is so me and Junkyard, we went to go see Joe Rogan.
Last week Friday.
This is the third time I've seen him. 3. I held up 2, 3. And I always think about it. I was like, I could probably do that.
Well, why don't you?
I don't know. That's a good point.
How about you write some jokes and you can perform and you can practice here on the podcast?
Yeah, but it's gonna be weird. It's like,
No, is what we'll do.
you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll start writing stuff.
We'll have a Mamba stand up segment.
And if I like it, maybe I'll go do some open mics or
I have
some shit like that.
I have an idea.
That's
So this is
impressive,
what-
Mamba.
I will. This is what we're gonna do.
Hold on.
I'm
Tony's
impressed.
gonna say something offensive. To
No,
me.
I'm saying I'm impressed
Oh, okay.
at the ability that you're able to write
See?
in general.
Oh man. Okay.
Look, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna set up. So if we're gonna do Mamba stand up segment. It'll be at the end of every episode. Not every episode.
No,
but not every episode. That's a
seems
lot.
Forced.
No, hold on. At the end of whenever you're ready, or at the end of a episode, and then I will put a spotlight. I'll set up a little curtain.
I don't like that idea.
You'll set up. You can hold the mic like you're on stand up. I'll put the camera towards you.
I don't
And
like
that's
that
it.
idea.
That's totally a great idea. At the end of the episode,
Yeah.
you can have a
And-
stand up segment
and
and
you
do your
can,
stand up.
you-
Practice your stand up comedy.
You can deliver the one joke you probably wrote
Uh huh.
with your whole fist. That's how
And I can have a laugh track and everything ready to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that idea. I like
Yeah.
that
I still have those from when we actually no, that was a live segment. There were no laugh tracks in there. It was
And-
all genuine, but we did record it so we could use those.
And then like if it'll be at the end of the episode, if people think you suck, they can just turn it off.
Okay. That sounds fair.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
So you heard it here first, folks. Mama's doing stand up.
Yep. And then that way you build up the courage to
Yep.
practice and try them out, and then you can go
Yeah.
do open mics.
It might take a while though, because I don't know how long it'll take him to actually stand up.
I want to.
Broke him off you, bro.
It's not fair.
Damn, Mama.
All right.
Hey man, I don't have a hat on, so all these jokes are just flying out, man. I can't contain them.
There's nothing in the way. That's why.
There's no buffer.
No, there's not. You know who you look like? You look like that guy from fucking The Lovely Bones, the murderer.
Oh, Tucci, Stanley Tucci.
Oh, Stanley Tucci.
I've never
Can you
seen
Google him?
Yeah,
Google
hold
them, 'cause
on.
I've never seen it.
It's. Now you have to look like him because if you don't, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
Better hope I look like him.
Stanley Tucci.
What the fuck?
He doesn't have the.
I remember him being bald.
He was balding.
Balding.
I mean,
if he's getting there.
if you find a
It's
bald,
because Stanley Tucci in real life is bald.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Here,
wasn't he in? Wait, scroll up.
He was in every movie.
Yeah, he's in. Oh, that's the guy that's in every movie, but you never know his
Yeah.
name.
everybody knows who Stanley Tucci is.
I never heard of him until you guys brought him up right now.
Here, I'll put it up for everybody to see. That's what Mama says Tony looks like.
I mean, I think that guy's definitely more attractive than I am, but whatever. I mean, I'll take the compliment. Sure. Thank you, Mamba.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm glad you're able to rise above after all that shit talking I said. You pay me a compliment.
All right,
I'm
hey,
looking out for you.
let's do a quick Urban Dictionary word of the day. Today's word is RPP. Rich people problems. You guys know what rich people problems are?
That's the same thing as first world problems.
Except
Kinda.
like it's like first world problems, but even more first world. Like, oh, I had to drive, like the Lexus because my Bentley was in the mechanics or some bullshit like that.
Mamba, is that what you think it is?
Or it's like when you just get the new iPhone, and then a month later they release a new iPhone. Like, oh, now I got to get the new one.
Yeah.
So like that.
No, it's like it's
Even
not
though I've had the same iPhone for 3 years.
it's not price that's the problem. It's like, oh, now I gotta go through the hassle
Yeah,
of like
now I gotta
getting a new phone. Like, oh man,
I got to go through the hassle of talking to normal people.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much exactly right. So the definition is Oh yeah, it's just rich people problems. So it's basically, yeah, I'll use it in a sentence. My boss lives up in Greenwich and is freaking out over finding a new nanny. That is some serious RPP. Rich people problems.
Like, oh, I gotta find a new nanny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I gotta interview all these hot bitches
I know.
to like
They're
take care of my
They're
kid.
probably gonna fuck.
Exactly. Those sound like real problems. So here, let's get to some YouTube.
Or like, if you're Brock Turner and you rape a girl and you got to do 2 months in jail. Oh, fuck.
Man, I gotta do 2 months instead of like 5 years.
Yeah, shit.
And when I come out, I got my scholarship to Yale.
Exactly.
Yep, rich people problems.
Wait, did he still have a scholarship?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I thought they did.
I'm joking. I don't know.
But who knows? With
I was reading an
Caucasians, you never know.
I was reading an article today about Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner and about how like their relationship is kind of fucking weird.
I think anybody dating a Trump has.
Well, it's more like, I guess it's more like business. It's really weird. They're like in this weird business relationship. I guess he tried holding her hand during their wedding, or she tried holding his hand during the wedding, and he wasn't having it or some shit.
She tried during like their wedding.
Yeah,
He tried holding her hand, or
she tried holding his hand.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, once you reach that level of wealth, like the same thing with Donald Trump and Melania.
Oh, I love those.
They don't look like they really care about each other.
My favorite is like when he tries to hold her hand and she's just like
swats it
she's
away.
like,
Yeah, it's like I'm sure it's they're very wealthy. They're just it's a not a trophy marriage. I don't know. It's just
for show.
It's for show. Yeah. You think she would really be with him if he wasn't a billionaire?
No, I'm sure she's miserable, but
Anyway, it said
I mean, as miserable as one can be with all that money. But
Yeah.
Jared Kushner went to Harvard, and the only reason he got in was because his dad made a $2.5 million contribution to Harvard, and his like teachers and everybody that from school before said that he would have never made it in with his like the grades he had and shit.
oh yeah.
So he made it to
sure.
Harvard via.
So yeah, I mean
his
that just goes
rich
to show you
daddy.
that this is America. You can buy anything.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'd fuck Ivanka.
So
She's pretty
if
sexy.
she tried to hold your hand, would you like?
I'd let her.
She's okay.
I'd let her hold anything she wants.
She's not my type.
Nobody's your type, Mamba.
I don't like blondes.
She's not a natural blonde.
I don't like snowflakes. Snow bunnies. You know what I like? And it kind of bothers me because people like right wingers talk so much shit about her, but Michelle Obama.
I don't find Michelle Obama attractive at all.
I think she's attractive.
I don't think she's attractive.
You haven't seen. Well, one, you could tell she works out.
She's thin.
No, not fit. Well,
She's fit.
She's fit. She's fit, but she got that ass. I am speaking about the former first lady
Have some
respectfully.
respect.
Do you think
I think she is a great woman. She's very smart. She's very eloquent. But sometimes I look at her, I'm like, okay, Michelle.
So where is she on your list of first ladies?
First of all, is the late Barbara Bush.
What? Why? She wasn't attractive at all.
Hey man, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
It looks like she was like 90 for like her whole life.
Number 2 is Hillary Clinton.
Quentin?
But out of hate. She looks like she'd be mean. And
Okay.
Michelle.
Number 1 is Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy.
Oh, she was pretty sexy too.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to our YouTube.
No,
YouTube
number
comments.
1 is fuck. I can't forget her name. What was Abe Lincoln's wife's name?
I don't fucking
Martha.
know.
I think it was Martha Lincoln.
Because she looked like Mary Elizabeth.
Oh, was it Martha?
Weinstein.
Was it Martha Washington?
Maybe she looked like a Mary Elizabeth.
I thought it was Martha.
Weinstein.
Look it up, Junkyard, because I don't feel real stupid.
According to Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter,
Yes.
his wife was played by Mary Elizabeth Weinstein.
I remember that terrible movie.
So I will. That was a great
The movie was not terrible.
That movie was great.
That was a terrible movie.
It was not a terrible movie.
It was terrible, but I enjoyed it, especially.
Oh,
if
I
you
enjoyed
never-
it too. It was just not a great movie.
Mary
Mary
Todd
Todd
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Close.
Especially that one scene where they're standing on Abe Lincoln and a vampire are riding horseback by standing up, and then a vampire grabs a horse by the fucking neck and just slings it around
I saw
and throws it at him.
Yep.
Once I saw that, I got up and clapped.
You gave it a standing ovation.
I love that he had an axe and shit on him. The movie was awesome.
So if you guys are looking for a good movie,
Super
if
underrated.
you're looking for a good movie to watch, Abe Lincoln.
No,
Vampire
it's not
Hunter.
Abe Lincoln. It's Abraham
Abraham
Lincoln.
Oh, Vampire
Vampire
Hunter. It was a good book too. I read the book. It was good.
I don't know. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was.
Was it directed by Uwe Boll?
No, it was not.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
So we got a YouTube comment. It's from Hooded Dude. It says, "Who is this thin, well-kept man in the Captain America shirt?"
Oh,
That was you, Mamba. You were the one wearing the Captain America
I've
shirt.
kind of gone off the deep end. Just these crazy past 2 weeks, but I'm getting back on it again. Because I walked into work the other day, and this guy is working on my job that I worked with at another store. And he's like, "Man, you're looking pretty slim." And I was like, "I've just been eating McDonald's all week." But thank you. So, and that made me want to keep it up. My girlfriend's coming back in town tonight, so I'm like, "You could eat whatever you want tonight, but tomorrow
I'm doing
What'd you eat today?
I just that's why I didn't eat your wife's cooking, because I went to McDonald's. What'd you say?
That was pretty good, by the way. Shout out to Junker's wife for cooking, because as we mentioned earlier, like I came straight from work, so I was kind of hangry, and then Junker's like, "Oh, I can have my wife like make some." I'm like, I don't want to inconvenience your wife, but he insisted, so I allowed it. And she made stir fry, and it was pretty good.
Beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli, but it was good.
So,
If she ever,
It looked good.
it was good.
It was
and the best.
that was the
part,
first time making it.
The best part was like when I sat down, I was eating, and then Mamba was offered some, and he said no. I knew right then and there I was getting a second plate.
And did you?
I was like, yes, I did. I was just waiting for you to offer.
You know what I like? So, old Mamba, pre-keto Mamba, would have eaten the McDonald's and came here, and then if your wife would have said, "Hey, do you want some?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." But I was like, you know what?
But you turned a new leaf?
I'm full.
Yeah.
I don't need it. So that's how I know that I'm making some progress.
Yeah.
I've back shredded, whatever.
Backslid.
Backslid a little bit, but I'll get back on it.
I'm doing the color run this weekend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you should do it.
I'm not doing it this weekend.
He's not ready. After a week of eating nothing but burgers, you think he's gonna do a color run?
Not. I'd have a heart attack.
It's only 5K.
Especially with the brighter colors, I'd probably just die.
You'd have like an epileptic.
Yeah.
You're like,
All right, guys, let's get to everybody's favorite segment, shall we?
Pancho segment. Pancho segment. Pancho segment.
Wait, before you do that, weren't you going to read some YouTube? Was that the only YouTube comment?
Yeah, it was only a YouTube comment.
Oh, okay. Well, and it was about me?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Proceed.
So Pancho sends us the vasectomy email. Sup. I guess the email subject does all the speaking that it can regarding my email. So the wife and I have been throwing this idea around for months, and I finally went out and checked out a vasectomy clinic to retire my boys. We have 2 kids, and that's all the number we've always wanted. Side note, we might adopt when our kids are older, but 2 is a number we settled on having the natural way. Excuse me. Anyway, after a few months of putting it off, I checked out my local clinic to get the 411. Don't worry, fellas, I won't be getting my dong chopped off. Just a tip. But it's okay, because I had a half an inch to spare. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend this procedure for JYD, because he's in negative in terms of penis length.
yeah, he's saying you're inverted.
But I digress.
I think if Junker would ever get a vasectomy, they just like give him a little cork and just plug it.
Whatever, if it works.
Like, up, he's good. Bro, get me off you.
Obviously, you made me lose my spot. Oh, when the wife and I discussed not ever having kids again, it didn't take long to realize that the male procedure is a lot less invasive and overall easier. I talked to some buds of mine the past month about vasectomy, and I found out quite a few of them had already had it done. One piece of wisdom they shared was that I'm not gonna go and have a weekend-long sex bender with the wife now that I'm going to go out there be shooting blanks. So if you are wait, what the fuck? Oh, he is going to have a weekend-long sex bender because he'll be shooting blanks. Mm-hmm. So if you ever guys get to the point where you consider having one done, realize your dick game playing time will not change drastically. JYD is going to keep getting garbage time minutes at the end of blowout games. He ain't going to be no LeBron James playing the entire game. So I ended up going to my consultant this past Monday, and I learned one thing. I'm sure I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Within 5 minutes of my consultation, I was asked to drop trout, and the elderly man had his hands on my junk. I had a hard time finding one of the 2 tubes that will be served, so he was down there fiddling.
Give me your computer.
Sorry, it's because I can't see. He was on there while fiddling with every inch of my sack, and not only thrust one erection hit my dick. After all that, I asked if I could be put under for the procedure, but I was told they don't do that anymore.
Put me under, Doc.
Fuck my life.
It's like, nope, not only that, but you got to watch. They force you to watch.
Anyway, I ended up booking my actual outpatient procedure for July. I thought it was interesting that the place was definitely empty. It was entirely empty when I got there. But on my way out of the meeting the doctor, a dude was sitting waiting for his consultation. We shared a moment of silence / sadness / awkwardness because we both knew why we were there. On my way out, I could hear him nervously laughing at one of the doctor's lame jokes. Anyway, when you all get married and have enough kids, will you consider getting a vasectomy? Or are you guys too old school to consider it? Also, can you do me one last favor and give a shout out to my balls on your podcast? It would mean a lot to them. Thanks in advance. Love, Pancho. # pray for my dick.
Oh, shout out to Pancho's
Nutsack.
balls.
What up, Pancho's nutsack?
I guess.
Bah, bah, bah. That's my air horn. We don't have one.
Godspeed. Testicles.
Well, he is right. Like, yeah, the male, like a guy getting a vasectomy is a lot less invasive than a female
Getting your tube side.
getting a
But you know
tube
what they
side.
say if
And you can always get it reversed too.
you know what they say though, like if you get like if a woman's getting their
Tube side.
no or C-section and like you decide like that's the only last kid you want, they can like knock it out right there.
Oh, like a twofer.
Yeah, like 2 for 1.
So while they got you like open, they're like, hey, while I'm in here, are you done with kids or?
It's probably like the doctor has like a do-rag on. He has a cigarette hanging in his mouth. I could do that right now. They're already open.
Yup.
$20. I'll close you right up.
As he takes a huge drag of a
Yeah,
cigarette
I'll do that. I'll do that for a 12-pack of Coors Light.
and a pack of Newports.
Yeah, I'd consider getting it done.
Well, according to my girlfriend, if we ever have kids, 2 is the limit. But I told her I'm trying to build an army.
Yeah. What if you're
Army of little
No,
mambas?
you're trying to get some anchor babies.
I'm trying to build an army. I think it's a numbers game. So if you have enough kids, odds are that at least one of them is going to be successful. If you're having 2 kids.
That's true, but you got to keep in mind, like let's say you have 5 kids and you're playing the numbers game. You're hoping that one of those out of at least one of those 5 is successful, right?
Yeah.
But then you got 4 degenerates you got to deal with. Is that one successful kid worth 4 degenerates? I'd say no.
Hey, once they're 18, they're not my problem anymore, bro. I don't need to talk to them.
That is true. In some states, you can do like 17,
I could do them
or you can emancipate them early once they hit 16. Like,
I could do what my grandfather did. I don't know if my grandfather does it. He brags about how he left his wife and his kids a long time ago just because they were getting on his nerves.
oh, God.
Yeah, my grandfather had a whole other family, I guess. And in his later years, I mean, he's still alive, but he's like, yeah, I just couldn't take it anymore. So one day I just left her and the kids and never turned back. And I'm like, you just abandoned your former family. Yes.
I mean, they must have been really annoying then.
I guess. I mean, it didn't work out for him because he ended up with my dad, who was probably like the worst ever. He stuck around with him, so yeah. Like apparently, my dad has a half brother that got out of jail, and he came and saw my grandfather. My grandfather was like, "I don't want to see him." I was like, it's your son, you cunt.
Yeah, cunt.
All right, that's enough about that.
Your grandfather sounds like a swell guy.
Oh man, he's interesting. I would like. He's older. He's like in his 80s now. I'd like to know more about his life before he kicks the bucket, just so I could, just see what else.
Why don't you go and ask him?
Yeah,
Did I tell you guys how he just like kind of admitted attempted murder or murder to me? I forgot what it was.
I think you did.
Yeah, I think you
I don't know if I
mentioned-
brought it up on the
refresh
podcast.
this. I think you might have mentioned that he just like kind of casually.
He was like freaking out one day because I guess my dad, they were living together. Apparently my grandfather had a bunch of money saved up. My dad found it and stole it from him.
What the fuck?
So my grandfather started freaking out. He's like, I was going to use that money to pay off my tickets. If I have too many tickets, they're going to send out a warrant for me. And if they come and arrest me, they're going to realize my rap sheet. He was just rambling. He was like, they're going to see that I have a warrant out for attempted murder. And he just kind of grazed over that. I was like, wait a minute. I was like chilling. I was like, wait a minute.
It's like he just casually mentions it.
You tried to kill somebody? So he told me about how he, not too long ago, he stabbed some crackhead because I'm pretty sure I mentioned that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so he's an interesting guy. But yeah, back to vasectomies.
Yeah.
So did you get one? I get
Cutting
one.
off your dick. Yeah. I mean, I guess I would.
What?
I mean, it's a you're in and out,
Yeah.
wham
Yeah.
bam. But see, I think that like part of having sex is that risk. That ooh, I might get her pregnant.
Yeah, that's always fun.
That's always like that risk factor. Now it's taken away. It's like, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool because you don't have to like wrap it up anymore. You can just you can just shoot her club all night long.
I mean, I shoot up her club all night long anyway.
Yeah, but you're shooting blanks already. So
What comes out of there after you get a vasectomy?
Nothing.
Like, nothing comes out?
Like air.
No, that
no,
can't be true.
yeah, I mean, it still like comes out. There's just no. It's just not
So they're blanks then,
infused. It's
Oh.
not infused with sperm. So I mean,
No,
your spunk ain't like pure sperm. It's not. There's like other shit in there.
Like,
all the
yeah.
other shit comes out too. Except,
No, I thought you don't shoot anything.
I'm pretty sure you do. Look it up.
Because don't you remember in like what was it Nip Tuck? Christian said that like if you put your balls in like certain degree water, you shoot blanks.
Yeah, that's a myth.
How do you know? Have you tried it?
No, but I'm
just
pretty sure that's.
Go ahead, take your chance.
Go ahead, Junkyard. Grab a.
I could chance it all I want. I don't give a fuck.
Grab a bowl of like hot water and just teabag it. Get it? Teabag because it's like hot water and you're teabagging.
What's
Straight off the dome.
Is that what's gonna be your shirts? What do you jizz when you?
Will I still be able to ejaculate after a vasectomy? Yes. Semen is made of seminal vesicles and in the prostate gland. These are not affected by a vasectomy. Sperm make up only 2 to 5% of the ejaculate. So you will not be able
really?
to notice
That's
any
it?
difference in
Yeah.
volume of your
Oh.
ejaculate.
It's the same. What do you guys think was gonna happen?
Nothing. I thought it was just blank.
It's just blank.
I thought it was
nothing
all.
comes out.
Whatever. That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So couldn't you just like tell your wife you got a vasectomy and don't?
That's rape, Junkyard.
Oh god.
Is it like
You're like it's like
stealthing?
like stealthing.
Stealthing,
It's like the new stealth thing. It's like you forge some documents from your doctor saying you got a vasectomy. Like, little baby, I got a vasectomy. But nope, you're shooting that shit raw. That's like the new age. The
That's
new
stealthing
wave.
2.0.
That's man, you just took it to a whole new level, Junkyard. just when you thought Junkyard could not get any scummier, he seems to like just have another level. Take it to a new gear.
Hey man, get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you fit in everywhere. So.
All right, let's get to his next email. It says, "What a day to be alive. What up, Z's? Hope all is well with your gender fluid asses. Anyway, I know I'm late to the party, but you guys up to date with the whole Pusha T and Drake beef? Mama, can you enlighten these two bozos right quick? All done? Cool. Well, it got me to thinking. It's getting harder and harder to draw the line as to what to accept in partner/wife/husband. Luckily, when I started dating the missus, Snapchat and a lot of these other platforms were not widely used as they are today. That and her and I don't dabble in them much anyway. But if I were a kid growing up today, my future wife might put up some stupid shit that is out there forever. Back in the day, I would never consider a woman with a sex tape like a physical tape. But nowadays, it's a lot easier and more frequent to to record shenanigans. And it might be okay for a dude to wife up a girl that has some questionable shit out there. I guess what I'm getting at is for you, Tony, since you're not in a committed long-term relationship, what is the most you're willing to accept in sketchiness from a woman, man, Z? Back in the day, not that she'd be interested, I would totally bang a Kim Kardashian type, but I definitely wouldn't wife one because I'd feel shitty whenever her past would be brought up to my attention. So Tony, would you accept a person with a sex tape maybe? What about JYD and Jonathan? I know you guys aren't committed.
Whoa. The fuck is wrong with you?
I know
Using my full name?
I know you guys are in a committed, but if you were, yeah, you guys are committed, but if you were growing up today's age, where would you draw the line? Has it shifted compared to the line you had growing up? Just curious, by curious. JK, peace and love, Pancho.
All right.
So first let's start with the Pusha T Drake beef.
Yeah, go ahead. Explain that.
I gotta explain it? Okay. Long story short, Pusha T, he's not as famous as Drake.
Clearly.
But I like Pusha T. I've been listening to him since I was a kid. He was in a rap group called fuck. Why can't I remember their name?
Milli Vanilli?
No, fuck off.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Wu-Tang
why
Clan?
can't I? Oh, the Eclipse. It was him and his twin brother, and they were really good. And then his brother stopped rapping, and then Pusha T linked up with Kanye West, and they came out with Good Music, a music company, and I like him. He's a really good lyricist. And I don't know where this beef started. I realized that looking into celebrity gossip isn't that entertaining. It doesn't do anything. But apparently, Pusha T came out with his album called Daytona, and he said something about Drake. So then Drake responded with this freestyle, and it was pretty good. But then Pusha T came out with another song, and he let it all out, like all the gossip. According to him, Drake has a illegitimate son by a former porn star that he doesn't acknowledge, and people like that was like crazy. Nobody's ever done that. And then Drake never responded, but one of his buddies says like, "Oh yeah, Drake had a diss track ready that would have ended his career, but we don't want to entertain this beef anymore because we don't want to do that." I was like, "Look, man, just take this fucking L,
Just take the L.
and then just keep
Take
moving."
the L and keep it moving.
And I'm glad somebody did that to Drake because I listen to Drake, but it showed that he's not as great as everybody says because he's responded to people who
Like Meek Mill?
but other people have like Kendrick Lamar said something about him, but Drake never responded because Kendrick Lamar is a superior rapper. Same thing with Common. Common has said stuff about him, and Drake never responded, and Common is like a superior rapper. So,
And he'll probably actually kill Drake.
who?
Common.
He wouldn't actually kill him.
I think he'd kill him.
No, Common is like a nice guy. He does
Yeah.
he does a lot of charitable work for the city of Chicago. I love him.
Yeah,
that's
like
why he'd get
Tekashi.
away with murder.
What about Tekashi 69? He does a lot of charitable work too.
Oh, he does it? He just dropped some burgers off some homeless bums.
Yeah.
First of all, they're
Oh
not
my
bums.
God! Why would you have to call him homeless bum?
Okay, Junkyard.
Why didn't you just say
They are people.
Why didn't you just say like less fortunate?
They are less
or-
fortunate, and
Because did you see the video Tony posted? The one
Yes.
chick knew who he was,
Yeah.
which makes her a bum,
That's
like
true.
Tony.
What did she say? She was like, "I don't have my phone on me right now. We're just
Yeah.
gonna take a picture."
Yeah.
he's like, it's charging right now.
But yeah, so it was entertaining, entertaining beef.
So I guess that comes to his question about like, would you do stuff with a chick that has like crazy shit out there?
Yeah,
I think.
Well, not do shit.
Well,
like
I
wife a
think-
woman.
why not?
Because the thing is, like, people have always been the same. It's just that nowadays everyone's recording everything.
Well, that's why you're saying like a sex tape back in the day,
See,
like a real tape.
yeah, like what a lot of people see as like a sex tape, I see it as an audition tape. So I welcome the chance, if someone had a sex tape, I'm like, oh, they get to audition. I get to see what they're working with.
Oh,
a little preview.
That's finding a silver lining.
Yeah, but before you put in all that, because you got to take her out on a date, maybe a couple of them now, if she's a nice girl, you got to take her on 2 or 3. You got to wine and dine her. Sometimes that's not so cheap. It takes time. It takes monetary resources.
But would you marry a girl like that?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Especially if all your like friends and everybody you know like has seen her sex tape.
I mean, they'd be jelly.
Yeah,
I mean, it depends. If it's a good sex tape,
Yeah.
they're like, I mean, if I had a friend that was dating someone that had a sex tape and it was like a fire sex tape, I'd be like fist bumping him every time. Like, hey man, it's big ups, man, big
yeah.
ups.
I don't know how Kanye West is married to Kim Kardashian. You seen her sex tape?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boring.
yeah.
It's you know which one's worse? Paris Hilton. Sex tape.
Oh, One Night in Paris?
One, I think Paris Hilton is atrocious looking.
Yeah, she's not that attractive, but her sex tape is more
just
boring than.
Bland.
Yeah.
So
I think the teen mom sex tapes were more exciting than.
Oh yeah,
Kardashian.
that's because she was fucking what's his name? James Dean,
Yeah.
how you know.
Was it the
Farrah Abraham, yeah.
the back door with Farrah or some bullshit?
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
I've watched all sex
Nah,
tapes.
they-
I'm a celebrity sex
I know
tape
you're
connoisseur.
So what is at being a celebrity sex tape connoisseur, Junkyard? What is on top of your list?
Ooh,
Let's say we got some listeners that are new to the sex tape game.
like one that
You need to
I've
put 'em on.
One that I've recently enjoyed was I guess she's a celebrity, but WWE Paige.
Oh yeah, I saw that one, but that was only like a small clip. That's like
But that's
You know.
all I need.
Yeah, and I
You
didn't.
seen that one?
That didn't do.
I have not seen that
I
one.
think I sent it to you.
I remember.
I sent
the
you
only
guys the
reason why
link.
I know about it is because you were like,
because Tony told me to find it.
Oh
and I did.
yeah, that's the one I
And
asked
then I
you.
sent- and then I
like,
sent it
hey,
to you.
Like Junkyard, I need you to find this tape stat.
And
You're
I
like,
did.
Here it is. I'm like, huh, nice.
It was in the archives.
You already had it. Like, I saw that last week.
that was a pretty good one.
It was all right. I just thought it was too short.
What about the WWE one from China?
Oh, China and what's his name?
X-Pac?
X-Pac. That one was weird because she had a little dick. And I was like,
steroids.
It was an
It was 'cause of
elongated clitoris.
but you know what? She did a porno after. She did a couple porns after that, like straight porns. So it wasn't sex tapes. It was straight up porns. And her clit went back to normal size.
Oh, nice.
Because she
And-
stopped taking roids.
Yeah, and she wasn't as built or bulky because it was like years later.
Yeah.
And she actually did not look bad. Like they made her up like really nice.
So she stopped roiding.
Yeah, she stopped roiding. She wasn't like she didn't look like a dude
Do
anymore.
you still have those? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, I do.
All right. I'll let my friend know that you have them, and he will contact you for some links.
Oh,
right.
what was the one that you showed? Tila Tequila.
Oh, Tila Tequila.
I thought, like, that guy started choking her. I thought she was dead.
She liked it.
Oh,
Yeah, I got the
sad.
Kendra Wilkinson one. The one, you know.
Oh
it's,
yeah, I hated that one. That's a girl from. She was a Playboy.
Yeah.
Playboy.
yeah.
I
Actually,
hated that one because the guy in the video, not only was he wearing his socks, but they were long white tube socks.
and he was a
what's
fat
wrong-
redheaded kid.
What's wrong with socks?
While you're getting it in, like, have some respect. You're with future Playboy playmates, sir.
Yeah, but socks are comfortable.
Not when you're having sex. Plus,
I
you
wear
can't get any
I wear
traction.
socks when I fuck.
When you really?
Yeah, I don't because it's so much of a hassle to take them off. Because I got to reach all the way down to
Oh
the
my
bottom.
God.
That's because you have trouble reaching.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
You're embarrassing. You leave your socks on,
Yeah, it's okay.
but you leave your boxers on too, and you just put it through the little slit.
No, I don't do that because they'll get dirty with like
he's like, hold on, babe. Let me,
with like juices.
let me just slit it open real quick.
That's weird that you leave your socks on.
No, it's comfortable.
No, it's not.
It is. I don't like being barefoot anyway, so it's better for
Really?
me. Yeah.
I'm barefoot all the time.
Nah.
But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal if a girl has.
But would you marry someone like that?
Yeah,
I mean, I can't say for sure. I've never been with anybody like that.
I don't think that would be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
What about like one that has like shady shit and that's like public?
What do you mean?
Like
shady
Kim
shit?
Kardashian. Kim Kardashian's a good
She has a sex tape?
example. Yeah, she has a sex.
All
tape
that shows is that she had. It's not shady on her part. It's shady on whoever put it out. So just because a girl made a sex tape doesn't mean she's a bad
Well, like Farrah
person.
Abraham, she put her whole point of having a sex tape was so she get notoriety.
That wasn't even a sex tape. That was a porn.
Right, exactly. Well, it was a sex tape because she like made it. A
Yeah,
sex
but
tape.
I'm
But yeah,
sure-
it was more of a
If
porn.
if she records with intent to distribute, that is porn, my friend.
Yeah, well then it was a porn.
But if
Porn / wannabe sex tape.
so, if I dated a girl and she she was with a previous guy and they recorded him or them having sex, and then he was an asshole and he put it on the internet, that's like shitty on his part, not on her part.
Like Ray J, is he the one that let that out?
I'm pretty sure it was her mom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. But that was
Yeah.
the same thing to get her famous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it worked.
It worked, yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know. And if he put it out, that's not her fault.
Well, was it Paris's boyfriend? Paris's boyfriend is the one that sold the tape to Red Light or whatever.
Okay, yeah, so he's a shitty person.
Yeah, I think he's the one that sold it.
I mean, she's no angel, but I'm not gonna scrutinize her just because some guy that she had sex with released her tape.
The Pamela Anderson sex tapes weren't that bad.
No, they weren't.
She had a couple of them.
Yeah. Plus, it's what the age of the internet. Everybody's always being recorded. So
Hulk Hogan sex tape. Did you guys see that one?
that was racist.
Oh yeah, I did not see that one, but I did hear about
Did you
it.
see the Rocky, the Sylvester Stallone porno? It wasn't the sex tape. It was a porno.
No, I have not seen that
You
one.
should watch that one.
That's a straight porn.
Straight porn.
Is that
Old
where we
school.
got the name, the Italian Stallion?
That's right.
Did he actually? Who's he getting in with?
I don't know, some chick. Fuck if I know.
Is it a rape?
No, it was
Just
a
like
porn.
in
It was
the
a real.
first-
No,
it was
that's
a real
Rocky
porn.
1.
That's Rocky one. There you go.
For those that don't know, watch the first Rocky movie.
It gets weird.
It's some scenes have not aged well.
Yeah.
And the scene where I guess he invites Adrian back to his place,
And he
and she's trying to leave, and he's just like not letting her leave.
puts her in a corner.
Puts her in a corner, and
And not only that, everybody is telling him to leave her alone because they basically allege the fact that she's retarded.
But she's not.
I mean, I know
I
she's
know
not
she's not,
retarded,
but
but everybody's like she might have some form of autism, which isn't funny. But everybody's like, yeah, she's a weirdo.
She was just conservative.
I
and
know,
she
but
didn't get out.
I know, but we know that.
We later on in the movies, you see that she was a normal person. She actually became like an outgoing person, and she helped Rocky become who he was. And she was Rocky's like rock.
Look, man, I get it.
No pun intended.
Hey, man, I'm a huge Rocky movie fan.
I get
Except
it.
for, which is the one with Tommy the Machine Gun.
Rocky 4.
That was hot trash.
No, it wasn't.
No,
That was awesome.
Was that 4?
It was Rocky 4. No, Rocky 5. I'm
No, it
sorry.
was
Rocky
5.
5. Rocky 5. Yeah, you're right.
Because, yeah.
Rocky 4 was Drago.
That was one of the best. And then before that was...
Rocky 1 was Apollo. Rocky 2 was Apollo.
And
Rocky
it's
3
Clubber
was
Lang.
Clubber Lang. Rocky 4 was, what do you call it, Drago.
Rocky 5, no one gives a fuck about.
Which one
was-
did he fight Thunderlips?
That was Rocky 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah, that was a charity bash. Yeah, Rocky 5 was Tommy the Machine Gun. Rocky 6 was Mason the Line Dixon.
Yes, Mason the Line Dixon. And
And then technically Rocky 7 would be like, it's like Creed,
Creed.
which was the Apollo Creed movie. You didn't
So
fight anybody
I
in that
actually
one.
liked Rocky. Was it 6?
Yeah.
Rocky Balboa.
I liked that. What Rocky Balboa?
Rocky Balboa was
when
really
he
good.
fought Mason the Line. I thought that was a great movie. A lot of people
You know
were
that-
like,
I never seen it.
You didn't see it?
No, I never
This
seen
was
it.
awesome.
"Oh,
was
we should
good?
watch it. It's really good." I liked it.
It was really good.
Are they,
Anyway,
making another Creed?
yeah, they're making a Creed too.
I am excited for that. I'm always excited for anything
Rocky
with,
related.
anything Rocky.
They're making
related.
another Rambo.
Didn't I?
I'm excited for anything Rocky related and anything with Michael B. Jordan,
Hey, it's pretty good.
except for Fantastic Four.
And plus, I heard a Fahrenheit 45 wasn't all that great.
What's that?
That HBO movie that he did
I don't know what that
with
is.
Michael Shannon. It's on HBO.
Really? Michael
Oh,
Shannon. and
I
Michael
did
B.
see that.
Jordan
Michael B. Jordan, Michael Shannon.
is
Yeah.
You figured it would be
somehow-
good.
Yeah, you think so? But
Did you watch it?
Maybe
I
bad.
haven't watched it
Maybe
yet.
bad writing.
I'll see it. I'll check it
I
out.
think we need to decide.
I bet you it
for
wasn't as
ourselves.
bad as Bright.
What's bright?
That Netflix movie with
that
Will Smith
Will Smith.
and Joel Egerton.
I feel bad. Like, didn't Netflix spend a lot of money promoting that movie and with the budget?
Yeah, it was horrible. You want another beer?
Yeah, I'll take one if nobody.
But then again, Netflix got deep pockets.
yeah, they're worth more than most things now. Like the only companies ahead of them are Disney and maybe Comcast.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other companies like Google.
Well, I'm talking about like entertainment
yeah, like-
companies.
Well, Google owns YouTube.
Okay, Junkyard, fuck, I guess. Jeez.
And
They
YouTube's
have a lot of money, that's what I'm
YouTube's
trying
got
to tell
Cobra
you.
Kai.
Huh?
That's true.
YouTube's got Cobra Kai.
I still haven't watched that.
Dude,
Why?
It is so
What are you waiting
fucking
for?
good. Woo. It is great. Did
I'm waiting till you guys forget about it.
aren't you the one that told me that like that they shopped it to like other
Yeah, they
networks
shopped it to Netflix and to
And-
Hulu.
and they passed
Yeah, everybody passed on it except for YouTube.
because obviously
Well,
it's
I mean, I don't necessarily know if they passed, but YouTube is the one that took it on. I mean, I'm sure YouTube offered the most money
probably because they're thirsty for
for
anything.
in the original content.
And, man, they
And-
hit a home run.
They did. I mean, yeah, because Netflix got too much shit anyway. The only problem, I mean, I had to find other ways to watch it, especially since YouTube Red is I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
Yeah,
Even though you know what I found today, I don't have. Do you have Hulu? Do any of you guys who have Hulu?
I have access to Hulu.
I also have access to Hulu, but I do not have a subscription to Hulu.
Same here.
But I found out today that
Features unite.
I found out today that's because I have a temp like a trial like they had a 3-month like 99 cents for Spotify because I used to have like another version of Spotify that was free, but it got cut off. So now I'm using this 99-cent Spotify for 3 months to try it out, and I
And
knew
you
what
could watch
Spotify was
Hulu?
like, huh?
And you can watch Hulu.
No, but there's a student edition of Spotify. It's $5 a month, and it comes with Hulu.
You're not a student.
They don't know that.
I have. Oh, really? Send me the link.
Yeah.
Because
It's
I have.
Spotify.com,
Because I have.
and you just go to
I said
pricing.
send me the link, motherfucker. I didn't ask for the
Spotify.com.
URL. Send me the. God damn it.
SPOTIFY.com.
You know what? Fuck you. I'll find it myself.
Yeah, it's hard to find. Spotify.com.
Yeah, because I have Apple Music and I pay like $5 for the student
Yeah, so if you do Spotify.com, you get $5 for Spotify and Hulu.
and Hulu. Ooh. I do have access to a .edu email.
Oh. Hey, I'm a student.
I'm trying to get my EDU email. Do you have an EDU email?
Yeah.
Well, what are you waiting for?
What am I trying to get?
Spotify and Hulu.
I already have Apple Music.
Cancel Apple Music and get Spotify
Do you have a
instead.
family plan or?
Yeah, my mom pays for it.
You know what's great
Oh,
about
okay.
Spotify, which I've since now that I actually have a real Spotify account, you can control your computer music from your phone or any other device that's kind of like playing through your phone. Like for example, if I'm playing it on my TV, let's say, I can like control it via my phone.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think I like Spotify because it's web based.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, it could be web based. Like you also have the
Or
player
the-
on your computer. You
and-
can have the player on your PS4.
and everything syncs up, right?
Yeah.
See, that's what I like because Apple Music is cool, but like you have to have iTunes, obviously. Like you can't
That's
just
stupid as hell.
it is. It's like you can't just go to their website, manage your playlist, and it's having
Right.
synced to your phone. You actually gotta download iTunes.
No, like Spotify's available for like a shit ton of like
that's what I
devices.
like. That's what I like about Spotify.
And like I said, you control like I said, I was playing on my computer the other day, and it came up on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? And I hit pause, and it paused it on the computer, and you can switch between the phone and the computer, like to play it on either or. So it's kind of cool. I enjoyed it. I am now learning what other people already knew about Spotify. I feel like an outsider looking in for the first time. Like I had my eyes wide open.
Oh,
I'm woke now, guys.
now you're woke.
Good for you.
So you know that Bush did 9/11.
Yep.
Yep. See, he's woke. That's the test, the ultimate test to see if someone is actually woke.
Are you aware that jet fuel cannot melt steel beams?
Only dank memes.
Only dank memes. Yep. Junkyard has passed the test.
Took the-
he is woke.
Took the red pill, I see. This morning.
So anyway, what do you call it? So Mamba, how did you like them fights on Saturday? Did you have a good time at the UFC fight?
I had a good time.
For those of you who don't know, who didn't listen to the last episode, Mom and I went to UFC 225 at the United Center on Saturday.
I had a great time. Tony, you should have came. There was a whole bunch of us.
Yeah, you didn't invite me.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
I didn't invite
I'm positive I was not invited.
I didn't invite anybody else, but they showed up.
I know.
was not invited.
Your boy Chris showed up. Alejandro, his
Peo
brother.
Dog.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're all fucking dead to me.
It was it was fun. Don't get me wrong. We had good seats. We were at the top of the 300 section. Not complaining. But
The bottom, you mean?
Or the bottom. Yeah, we're at the top of we're at the bottom of the 300 section, so we were like right by the edge, so you could get a clear view of down
The
into
action.
and down into the ring. But the thing that I noticed, I was like, I probably could have just did the same thing, stayed home and watched it, only because like I was watching the screen a lot of the time because there's like a jumbotron.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, there's a screen right above the cage.
Well, see, the way I do it is like I'll watch whenever they're standing. I'm watching the live action,
And I guess if they clinch,
and if they
then
clinch or if they go to the ground, obviously you really can't see that well. Even if you're down lower, you can't
Yeah,
see that
you
well.
can't see.
You gotta. Then I switch up. So I like go back and forth. So I like if they're standing up, I'll watch the live action. If they switch to the ground or up against the cage, then I'll switch to the top to the screen.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, it's honestly just not. MMA is not a very good like viewing sport, but it's not. It's a really cool atmosphere. You get to see the walkouts.
It's
like,
not a good live sport because like
Well-
I've been to a lot of basketball because we went to United Center. I've been to a lot of basketball games there, and there's always something going on. I mean, they'll have like halftime events or there'll be a mascot running around. They have something to keep you entertained. There's like you realize at UFC events there's no music, so
during the fights.
during the fight, so it's just quiet. And I like when I watched it on TV, I was like, why is everybody yelling? And then I realized because it's you could hear a pin.
But see,
drop
that's
going
why.
fucking
That's
quick.
why back like before you saw they had the little like radio thing. Back then, they used to broadcast the actual broadcast to this little radio.
Yeah.
That they used to sell. It was like $20.
I think if they had
and you're able to hear the broadcast and like all the talking through the headphones. And they stopped doing that for some reason. Like the last few events I've been to, they don't have it anymore. But it was awesome because like when I was watching, I would be watching the fights live, and you'd be able to hear like Joe
maybe
Rogan.
you could use maybe it's on an app or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Plus, but the problem is if it's on an app, then it's gonna be delayed.
I guess you're
Anything
right.
that's going to be streaming over the internet, it's going to be delayed. And this was live because it was in like they broadcast it via the arena, so everything that was going on literally live, it was like on time. Because like I remember like one time we sat by the Fox desk, and you could see the guys on the Fox desk, and I was
Whatever
listening
they-
to
yeah,
it,
okay,
and
that
whatever they
makes
were
sense.
saying, it was
I mean,
coming
that
through, and it
makes
was
sense.
awesome. But they, like I said, it's stupid. They stopped doing that.
It was a good time. It was a good time. I don't know if I could have been there as long as you did because I got there like 7. You got there at like 2 in the
No, I got there at
afternoon.
like 1:30.
Oh my god! And it didn't end till like 12. That's almost 12 hours.
That's a long time.
That's
But
too
yeah, because
long.
we were standing in line meeting fighters. I met Calvin Gastelum, Anthony Pettis, Valentina Shevchenko, Paul Felder, Ariane Celeste, and Brittany Palmer. Not to mention the people we met during the weigh-ins: Faraz Zahabi, Neil Magny, Danny Castillo. So a bunch of fighters.
I guess it would be cool to be there that long, but I didn't have all that much money. And if you're gonna be there for a long time, like beer was $12.
Yeah, I only had 2 beers.
Beer's $12. The food's expensive. When you asked me to get your wife a bottle of water, I was like, okay, for like $2. It's like $5.
Nope.
But the lady was cool though. The lady at the counter, she was like, I'm gonna put it in this cup, okay? And I was like, yeah. She was like, just because we can't give out bottles, like that's fine. She was, and then she got really close. She was like, and if you want a refill, just let me know. I'll put some sink water in there. I was like, oh, okay.
Sink water.
Some municipal water. I see straight from the old United Center tap.
They have water fountains. You can just fill it up at the water
That's true
fountain.
too. But she was gonna do me a salad and
Give you some
sink water.
Nice.
I had fun though. Probably I was gonna talk about this earlier, but I don't want to ruin it. My favorite moment of that night, because we sat next to, it was me, you, your wife, and Alejandro. So for those who don't know, there's something wrong with Alejandro's intestinal tract. He is a human sewage factory, and he lays out. I realize he constantly smells like farts.
Because he's always farting.
There's just like an air of stink around him.
And then he texts me like every other hour saying he's like shitting again.
Yeah.
He shits like 10 times a day. I
It's
tell him to go see a doctor, but he says it's perfectly normal.
if you hang around with him enough, you get used to it, but it's still pretty funny. So we watched the last fight, and before it ended, and before the decision was called, he got up and left. I was like, I don't know where he was going, but he got up and left. So then they say the decision, and everybody starts leaving, and we get up, and then I see Alejandro waiting by the doors, like the exit, and I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, there's Al. So we go up to him, and I instantly smell it, like in a 10-foot radius around him.
he was just
Smells like straight shit, and I start laughing. I was like, oh my god. And then these kids next to me, they're like, bro, who the fuck was that? And I'm laughing because I know who it is.
Because you know damn well who it was.
Yeah, I know damn well. And then the kids, they like see me laughing, and they're like, is that you? I'm like, it wasn't me, but I know who did it.
But you didn't tell them.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not in the business of selling people.
Exactly, because you're in the business of selling out your homies.
Yeah, just because I walk up to him, and he's like, he has his hand over his mouth, and he's like smiling. Like, what the fuck is he laughing at? And then I was like,
He's crop dusting mofos.
that's.
And then after that, we went to Lawrence's.
So did he just get up to go fart, or did he?
Yes. Maybe he thought he was going to shit himself.
Or
I
did
don't
he
know.
want to fart and have everybody breathe it in?
Well, it would have been better in the arena because everybody
right.
around that
Everybody
section.
would. That's true.
Especially those trumpeters sitting by us.
That's true. There was a lot of. So there's just one fighter. We talked about him in the last podcast. Colby Covington. He's a self-proclaimed fan of Trump, which is fine.
Raw American steel and sex appeal.
Yeah. He said he was going to take, because he won the interim championship belt. Interim, because it's not the real belt. It's just like, all right, you're going to hold this until the real champ gets
He's
back.
a placeholder.
Yeah, basically, until Tyron Ridley comes back from his injury. But he said he's going to take the belt and put it on Trump's desk, which is cool, I guess. But there was people around who were, like, they were cheering him on, but it was, I'm not going to accuse these guys of being racist,
They were racist.
but you could tell that they've said the N-word out of anger a couple times in their life.
Out of anger?
One guy said, "Beat the brown guy."
Oh, yeah, exactly. And he was a white guy, but he was extremely fat and obese, so he was very American.
Him and the other guy across from us, they were both yelling
Oh, yeah.
Colby. They were the only two, like in our whole area, yelling Colby Covington.
Yeah. He ended up winning, unfortunately. I actually thought he did pretty good.
He did.
But
And can you guess who they were going for against when it was Robert Whitaker against Yoel Romero?
going Robert
For those of you who don't know, Yoel Romero is a very black Cuban man,
yeah.
but he looks black. So could you imagine who they were? And Robert Whitaker is a very light-skinned Australian man.
So they were going for
They were going for the less ethnic
less
person.
ethnic of the two.
Robert Whitaker could pass off as Hispanic.
So they were just
He can. He looks
so
Hispanic.
they were just cheering for whoever had the least melanin.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And that was Robert Whitaker.
Yeah.
Robert Whitaker looked the least ethnic.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's bad enough Yoel Romero doesn't speak very good English.
Wow.
He speaks like Spanish, and he's got like a Spanish accent.
Of a heavy
So,
Spanish section.
Yeah, so that doesn't help either.
I like Rio.
And he's an immigrant.
He's a nice guy.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
that's
so
impressive.
he's got way too many strikes against him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
and he's superior to both of those guys because he's ripped as fuck.
Yeah, and
he's like 42 years old.
He's 40 years old.
41. I think
40.
we saw it was 41. 41 or 42. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And he's ripped as
He's
fucking
100
crazy ripped.
180 pounds of pure muscle.
Yep. Even Robert Whitaker and Luke Rockhold both said, like I was listening to the MMA Hour today, he was saying that it's like whenever they hit him, it feels like hitting like steel beams. He said that. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Robert Whitaker said that every time he kicked him, it hurt him, and he felt like he was hurting himself more than he was hurting Raul Romero every time he kicked him.
Well, there's only one way to combat steel beams.
Dank memes.
That's right.
So yeah, so of course, when there is a superior ethnic person, who are the Trump fans going to vote for?
They are none too pleased.
Nope.
But yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I had a great time. I enjoyed meeting all the fighters and stuff. Oh, you want to hear something? My wife was sad that day. It was sad and mad.
Why?
So one of her favorite female fighters is Valentina Shevchenko. She likes her name for some reason. She thinks her name's
That's a cool
like
name.
cool sounding, Shevchenko. So she really wanted to get a picture with her. So we went. You had to wait in line, like long ass fucking line to get a picture with her. So we waited in line, probably a good like 30 minutes. We get to Valentina. She's the first one up. She gets her picture taken. I get my picture taken. And as we're walking out, and we already stepped out of like the area, we go back to look at the pictures. The chick that took her picture, because they take your phone. The chick that took her picture didn't take her picture. Like it didn't save like on the phone. I don't know what she did.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
and she didn't want to. Obviously, the only way to get back in was to wait in line
it's a
again.
wait
And
line
she's
again.
like, I'm not gonna wait in line again.
Man, that is shitty.
Yeah. I have pictures of Valentina, but she doesn't have pictures of Valentina.
Just Photoshop them.
Yeah.
I'm going to. But yeah, it's sad.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she actually took the picture with her.
Yeah, she really wanted a picture with Anthony Pettis, Kelvin Gastelum, and Valentina Shevchenko, and she got all of them except for Valentina. Well, technically, she did get a picture with Valentina. She just didn't save.
It's just the pictures out in the ether somewhere.
Yeah. So, but she was like, she got to meet her and stuff, which was, I guess, a plus
That's cool.
too. Yeah.
I mean, she may not have a picture, but she'll have the memories.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. I feel like if you're into MMA fight, go to at least one.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to the next one, but
Yeah, I've been to a few. It's like I like it. Even though, like you said, it's quiet and stuff. I still enjoy watching fight stuff because it's a different experience than watching it at home. Because I feel like you get the crowd and like for example, like Mexico. When I went to the very first fight in Mexico City. It was supposed to be Cain Velasquez versus Fabricio Verdum, but it ended up being he got hurt, so it was Mark Hunt versus Verdum. But still, the fucking Mexico erupted with all the Mexican fighters that came out, dude. It was electric. Like it was way more exciting than it was here.
Speaking of local fighters, I felt terrible for CM Punk.
Oh my god,
that was the word.
Did
you see it?
That's
no,
Hold on, let's say that because that's actually my gripe.
Oh, that's your gripe.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
I just do the gripe then, since we're already on.
Well, we're
the
almost.
subject.
Fine, I guess I'll do my gripe, even though I hate doing my gripe early.
It's okay. It's
Early.
already been an
almost
hour,
done.
bro.
We're almost done, but still.
Motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
So my gripe is for those of you who don't know, CM Punk is a wrestler from the WWE. He has no MMA experience whatsoever.
He does have MMA experience now.
Now he does.
No, he
See-
did. He was 0-1 before.
Yeah.
that.
No. Before that, he had nothing. I'm saying when the UFC signed him, he had zero experience.
So when he signed, he had zero experience.
And UFC is the premier fight promotion in all of MMA,
So it's like the NBA out of the basketball league.
pretty much. So this is like the best of the best. Okay.
So instead of going to the D League, he went
Yeah,
straight to
instead
the
of going,
NBA.
there's tons of like amateur
even
promotions,
go
of
to,
lower
like-
tier fight promotions.
Like a fucking pickup league.
No, he didn't do
He
anything.
didn't even do YMCA.
No. So anyway, that's fine. It's not his fault that he got signed to the big, like, obviously if I get the opportunity, even though I'm not a fighter, I would take it because it means a lot of money. And he's obviously a superstar
He
and
did
he's
it for the
celebrity,
money,
whatever.
and
Well, he wanted to fight. He legitimately
okay.
wanted to fight.
Okay, I like the UFC signed him because
For his
name.
notoriety, yeah.
For his name,
Which is fine. I mean,
they wanted the draw.
I don't blame CM Punk for that. That's not his fault. He took the chance, the opportunity they gave him. It came up. He took it. That's what he wanted to do. Perfect. I respect him for that. It's the UFC that I have a problem with for doing something like that. For signing a guy that never had any experience. Whatever. Fine. They signed him. He got fucking torched his first fight against Mickey Gall. It lasted like 2 minutes. He got choked out. Horrible. He didn't even throw a fucking.
It wasn't much
He didn't
of a
even
fight.
land a punch. It wasn't even a fight.
It was a beatdown.
Yeah, it was a beatdown.
Okay, so second.
So whatever. I thought, okay, this is first and only fight. They're not gonna do another one. He's gonna go if he wants to fight again. This time he'll step back down. He'll do some amateur stuff, or maybe even if he does pro fighting, there's still lower tier of pro fighting. There's LFA, there's Titan, all sorts of promotions. No, the UFC books him again. Okay, and not only do they book him again, they book him on a pay-per-view. Okay, fine. I see you wanna use his name again. He still has a lot of hype behind him because he's still CM Punk. Like the name doesn't go away. Maybe you think, okay, this has been like 2 years removed from his first fight. He might have a more experience now. Actually, like a year and a half. But don't put him on a pay-per-view. Put him on a fucking Fight Pass. They have those early prelims that are on Fight Pass, like early as fuck.
Yeah, I think his name's too big for them to put him on something like that. They have to. Like, if you're signing CM Punk, regardless of what experience he has, the fact that it's CM Punk, you have to put him on an event like that. Like, you gotta. I mean, from a business standpoint, you have to capitalize.
But it was the worst fight of the night. Worst fight, hands down.
Yeah,
hands down.
I have no doubt.
I don't think of
but
just the
people watched.
night. I think of all time.
No, there's been worse.
Really?
I'm sure there's been worse. Yeah, didn't you watch Kimbo Slice versus Data 5000?
I enjoyed that more.
That was
than this.
equally. Yeah, because one of them died.
But he scratched his cornea.
Scratch his cornea.
Yeah, isn't that what happened?
No.
When Kimbo Slice got his ass
Oh,
kicked?
Kimbo. No. That was a different fight. We're talking about when Kimbo fought Data 5000. When Data 5000 died, and they brought him back to life. But anyway, that was a horrible fight because they both got tired in like 2 seconds, and they were just like falling down, and they were just like swinging at each other. That was a horrible fight. For those of you who want to watch shitty fights, go watch Kimbo Slice versus Data 5000 and then watch CM Punk versus Mike Jackson. So CM Punk was throwing these fucking kicks that were horrible looking. They weren't landing, and if they did land, they weren't very hard. And then Mike Jackson just fucking mauled his ass. And Mike Jackson was 0-1 too. He had lost to Mickey Gall in like 20 or 30 seconds. And Mike Jackson was able to take him
Mickey
down.
Gall, is that the guy that beat CM Punk the first time?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that Mickey Gall is just the MVP.
Well, Mickey Gall was that actual fighter. This is the problem.
Oh, damn,
Mickey
Junkyard. Get you off him.
But listen, I respect CM Punk for going out there. I respect him for having the heart and doing everything. He lived his dream out his whole time. He's nothing but like a class act. I don't have a problem with CM Punk. CM Punk is fine. He's whatever. I just still don't think I have more of a problem with the UFC doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, they want those pay-per-view
man,
buys.
but still, like,
It is. I mean, it does seem kind of shitty.
You saw the fight.
but
It was not good.
But at the end of the day, it's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business, and it got views.
I'm sure, like,
Regardless
It would have got views without him on the fucking card.
no, not as many.
Yeah, regardless of how shitty it was.
That card was deep as fuck.
I know it was deep, but his name still drew numbers.
But you
and
got
that's what
the
they want.
wrestling fan, like what's our buddy Demetrio. He's a wrestling fan, and I remember when CM Punk first fought, he actually went to go watch. I don't know if he bought it, but he went to go watch it.
Yeah.
So it
No, well, it wasn't on pay per view.
the
I don't
first
think.
one was.
the first one was. Yeah,
Oh
it was.
yeah, you're right. It was.
So he went to go watch. So that means people that were into wrestling might have bought it and watched it. That's probably why they put it on the
Yeah.
the first
first
one.
fight- the first
Yeah,
fight
it's
in the-
like-
and maybe some people that never seen UFC.
yeah, they might say, oh,
Yeah, this is cool, and then they might.
I don't know about after that fight, but you gotta stick around. It was.
Well, they've already said that that both Mike Jackson and CM Punk are done. Like Mike Jackson's not fighting again because Dana White was pissed that he was playing around the whole time.
Wait, who's Mike
And
Jackson?
The guy that CM Punk fought.
Yeah, who is
Oh,
Mike
wait.
Jackson?
So Mike the Truth Jackson was he's a media member. He works for
Wasn't he a
MMA
photographer?
junkie. Yeah, he's a photographer, MMA junkie. He does media stuff, and he wanted to become a pro fighter. He fought, I think, once. He fought once in MMA and once in boxing, I believe. And those are the only 2 pro fights of any kind he's ever had. And I think he's fought a little bit in amateur, but he's not had no pro fight experience. This was his second pro fight.
Now
like I
he has
said.
pro fighting experience and a win.
Yeah, and Mike Jackson did not look impressive at all. I think if they put him against another real welterweight, he just get torched, just as bad as CM Punk got
Dana
torched.
White was pissed because
There was a part where Mike Jackson was on top of CM Punk mounted, and he was throwing those spinning punches like
Oh
that.
yeah, he was playing around.
He was playing around a lot, and he just didn't like the way. And it wasn't an impressive win. It really wasn't. I mean, it was dominating but I mean, it was against CM Punk.
It was sad.
It was sad.
You could CM Punk had no cardio. He was visibly tired.
I just think that I don't know. I don't know.
At the same time, I don't feel bad for him. He
what
probably
he
has a
wanted to
lot
do.
of money. He has a smoking hot wife.
It's what he wanted to do. He fulfilled his dreams. Hopefully, if he wants to keep fighting, I'm fine with him fighting, but fight
Probably doesn't
somewhere
have to.
else. He doesn't know. He never did. He never had to fight. But if he wants to continue
Yeah.
fighting, he should do it in lower promotions. Go to LFA. build up.
Well, go back to wrestling.
They won't want. I don't think they want him back in wrestling.
I was talking to my girlfriend's brother. He's like an avid wrestling fan. He knows everything. And I was like, do you ever think that they would take CM Punk back? He was like, yeah, they've took people back for worse. So
I don't know.
it depends on what they do.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to go back to wrestling though. To be honest with you,
I mean, if he loves it as much as he says he did.
he says he loves fighting more now.
Well,
Ah,
yeah, there's some things
does fighting
you love, but you're not good at it.
Does fighting love him back though?
I love getting it in, but I'm not that good at it.
I love playing FIFA.
And
And
terrible.
you're definitely not that good at it. You're
Hey man,
terrible at it.
I almost won the World Cup the other day. But
What
I didn't.
happened?
I lost in the World Cup. I lost really bad. Like I was doing pretty decent. Like I won by penalties the first 2 games because I kept tying. We went to penalties, and I found out I may not be good at like the whole game of FIFA, but I'm very good at penalties. Dude, I know how to guess people, and I fucking block shit. It's pretty funny.
Well, I mean, you were a pretty good goalie, like in real life. Though,
Well, I'm a very good virtual goalie as well.
I can see how that would translate.
So, yeah, I've gone to penalties like 6 or 7 times, and I have not lost one yet. So I am good at that. So anyway, I was doing pretty well, and then I faced Belgium. I was playing with Mexico. Was I playing with Mexico or Argentina? I think I was playing with Argentina, and I got to the World Cup, and dude, I got my fucking ass beat. I lost like 6-0. Granted, 3 of those were penalties. Like I did, during the game, 3 of those I got 1 red card, and like 2 yellows in the zone, so they were all penalty
So
kicks.
this was against the. You weren't playing against somebody else. You were playing against.
No, I was playing
you.
against somebody else.
Oh, you're playing against.
Yeah, I was
somebody
playing
else?
online
And they
because they have a cup mode.
Oh, they.
So you could play World Cup, yeah. Well, like I said, 3 were penalties, so he technically only scored 2 goals on me. The other 3 were self-inflicted because I fucked up in
You should probably. That's a sign, man. Just stop.
No, because I actually do good. I'm telling you, I'm in like a Division 4.
Hey man, like he's got like CM Punk, man. He's got love for the sport.
At least CM Punk is making a lot of money out of it. You're not making anything.
You ain't getting shit, junkyard.
That's right. I'm gonna get to Division 1, and I'm gonna become pro. Anyway, all right. Well, that's my gripe.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
You guys have any gripes?
I think I did. I don't remember them though.
All right. Wait, let me just do one quick thing. Because this has to do with current events. So you guys heard about North Korea and Trump.
Oh,
Trump
cool.
going to Singapore to meet with Kim Jong-un for the North Korean summit.
Yes.
This is all in the news. Everybody should know about it. If you don't know about it, fucking step out of your rock. So check this out. So this is a hilarious story I found today on the internet. Kim Jong-un takes his own toilet to Singapore summit with Donald Trump. So the portable device has been taken along to deny determined sewer divers insights into the Supreme Leader's stools.
This is not an Onion article.
This is not an article. This is a real news article. Kim Jong-un. This is from Sky News, by the way. So that's like it's a legit article. Kim Jong-un is reportedly taking his own toilet to the Singapore summit, where he is due to have nuclear talks with Donald Trump. The portable device would deny determined sewer divers insights into Supreme Leader stools. The South Korean newspaper Chonsun Libo reported the transport plane, one of the 3 aircraft that headed to Singapore, also carried food and Kim's bulletproof limousine. An aging Soviet-era Ilyushin IL-62 flew Kim's sister, Yo Jong, and other officials, while the leader himself arrived aboard Air China Boeing 747. Mr. Kim enjoyed a late-night stroll in Singapore ahead of his landmark meeting with the American president. The North Korean dictator was surrounded by heavy security as he visited the luxury Marina Bay Sands Hotel Casino. His powerful sister, Kim Yong-jong, who he promoted to his regime top decision-making body in October 2017, was also pictured outside the hotel. Mr. Trump and Mr. Kim are holding their summit at the 5-star Capella Hotel Resort Island of Sentosa. They're expected to enter the meeting room same time through different doors. Oh, a requirement because avoids appearance that one leader has arrived first and is waiting for the other.
Damn. Hold on, scroll up a bit.
Where? What part?
There was like a video. It says the defectors. What is that? Is that like an ad or something?
No, it's a Korean. I think it's just about the Korean defectors. That people have this escaped.
That's pretty cool.
Escaped Korea.
Bookmark it. I may want to watch that later.
All right.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, so yeah, he took his own potty
in case somebody
His own porta potty.
in case those sewer dwellers, those damn sea urchins.
I think it's because people
Sewer
want to see what he
urchins.
eats, like what he eats, and like I guess you can find out things about a person's
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I mean, North Korea doesn't have much, so
Yeah, but he's like the most powerful person, and he's fat. You
That's
think that
true.
he's not starving?
he's probably eating like
Clearly,
he's probably eating duck fat fries all day.
maybe you never know. That's why
Those
you
are
want.
delicious.
That's why you should check his shit
Oh.
and see what he's been
Get it?
eating,
Check his shit.
and that's why he carries a portable toilet, so you can't check his shit.
Oh, so it wasn't just a seat; it was like an actual toilet.
It was an actual toilet.
Oh,
So
what does
like
he do? Does he empty it out?
I'm assuming they empty it out when they get back to North Korea.
So he has to take that shit back with him. Yeah, get it? He has to take the shit back with him.
He's like he's going back to North Korea. He's like, hey guys, I got food.
I brought you guys back a doggy bag,
Oh man, I brought snacks.
but he took food with him. That's weird. Why would he take food with him?
Because he doesn't want to get poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess.
Did he? So his sister got promoted to like one of the top
Top like
in the regime.
yeah.
Didn't he murder his brother?
Brother,
though?
yeah.
Half
No, he
brother.
tried murdering his half brother. There
No,
was like
he did.
attempts.
No,
I
he
don't think
did.
He did murder
Did he?
his
Yeah,
half
there's
brother.
a video of it. Like he died. Like it was in an airport. Like
Oh,
someone came up
yeah.
behind him and they
He had somebody poison him,
Yeah.
Oh. I thought he tried murdering
and
another
then when they arrested the assailant or the assassin, the arrested assassin, and when they asked her why she did it, she says that she thought she was on a game show. I don't know if that was just some sort of ploy or
brother. Maybe it's true.
well,
Must be an interesting game show.
yeah. I mean, I know it's a different country, but you've seen the game shows in Japan. Slippery Stairs. That's an interesting game show.
So anyway, yeah.
What's that other game that we watch it? That game where they take bites out of things and see if it's chocolate or not. You never seen that?
No, I don't think I saw that one.
There's this game show in Japan where they take bites out of like shoes, furniture, doorknobs,
fuck?
and see if it's made out of chocolate or not.
Oh, so it's either made out of chocolate or it's the actual thing.
Yeah, it's the actual thing. So you'll see them like you see this one guy grab a shoe and he's like hesitant, but he puts his teeth on it and he takes a bite out of the shoe, like it's a leather shoe, and then it's chocolate. It was hilarious. But then they'll have somebody else take a bite out of something like a fucking desk, and it's just wood. So,
It's an actual desk.
should look it up. It's hilarious.
That's actually pretty funny.
What was I gonna say? I think I have it right now.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, here, hold on.
Play
sorry.
yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
So, taking an online class. I'm taking English 102. And
So you actually got past 101? Well, I'm proud of you, Mama.
fuck off.
Get him off, you dog.
Did you graduate yet?
Yeah.
Did you ever get your degree at Morton
Morton.
or whatever you
I
went?
go to Morton.
Damn, Junkyard.
Or was it Robert Morton? No, and then you went to St.
I went to
Louis
Rob
for
Morris.
school, right?
Yeah, and I went to St. Louis. I've been to a bunch of colleges.
Yeah.
More than you.
And you didn't pass
motherfucker.
any of them, right?
Passed all of them.
That's it.
I just want to know.
Oh man.
Did you at least get to your associates?
Possibly.
No, you didn't. I got 2 more classes to like.
Don't matter.
Anyways, so taking English 102, and it's a summer class, so it means it's only 8 weeks as the usual 16 is a semester. And the work is like expedited because there's so much of it you have to do in a short amount of time. But I feel like if I was a teacher, I would take into consideration that people have lives. You know what I mean? And then not only that,
Why would that matter?
what do you mean?
The point isn't to like worry about other people's lives, about
Yeah, but don't.
having them learn shit.
My point is, if I was a teacher, maybe it's a misplaced gripe and I'm just complaining. But if I was a teacher, I'd be like, I would give a certain amount of work and I'd say this is all they need, because people have life. I have a life. I'm not trying to grade fucking papers all day. Because you got to do that shit. You got to take it home. And why would I want to grade papers all day?
Did you get a TA? They do all the grading.
It's a community college. They are not. They don't get TAs. So yeah, I just think teachers should take a chill. Don't you remember? I just want to tell teachers as a collective. Don't you remember when you were a student and you were hustling? You know what I mean?
But maybe they were they're thanking their teachers for being so hard on them, and that makes them
Maybe
who they are
They're
today.
thinking their teachers for being so hard on them.
Maybe those teachers used to be like those nerds that wanted more homework.
Oh,
That would
that's
ask for extra
possible.
credit.
Or that would remind the teacher, like,
Like, hey, don't we have homework?
yeah, we had homework to turn in today, and she was like, "Oh my god, I almost forgot." And then everybody else is like,
Like, what the
"Oh,
fuck?
yeah."
So 2 more classes and you get your associates?
Yeah, so this one,
So basically 2 more classes and you will be the most educated person in this room.
Yeah, that's weird. And I'd probably make the least amount of money.
That is true.
Yeah, that's very weird.
It's America.
That's how it is.
That's America.
That
for
shows you kids that you don't need college. But hopefully, my plan is that I'll be able to transfer, go to university, and then after I graduate, I'll become Junkyard's boss.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to apply for his job, and they're going to say, well, you're overqualified, so...
I was just talking to my boss. I'm going to become the next director of public relations.
I thought you did IT.
I do, but that's going to be my side gig. It'll be. I have dual titles.
So you have power to hook it up?
I'm just fucking with you. I'm not really going to do that.
Exactly.
I did tell my boss. I hinted at it just because they were talking about some other bullshit. I was just fucking around with them because I know they're not actually going to create that position. But I'm like, that's what they should make me.
Public relations, I guess.
Because I will do the social media. I'll do the webpage. I'll do all of it. Get Piz aid.
Oh, yeah, that's true, right? You could do yeah.
Because I do the webpage already as it is. So
Speaking of social media, you guys saw the whole IHOP thing?
yeah.
For those that don't know,
Is it a gripe?
IHOP, no, it's not a gripe. It's just
Hell no,
All right, sure.
motherfuckers!
right.
Wake the
This is my
fuck
gripe.
up.
My gripe is with IHOP. My gripe is, what the fuck are you doing? Like, did they actually sit in a room and decide this was a good idea?
I have a question about that. Are they... Go ahead and explain.
It's-
Well,
It's a temporary name change.
They're basically becoming more. They want to become more burger centric. They're known for their breakfast, but they want to be known for burgers
As well.
as well. So
Because
in an
the
attempt-
B isn't permanent. It's
Yeah.
temporary. It's still high hop. It's just high hob for now.
IHOP for
It's to accentuate their burgers.
yeah. It's like they're having a more burger centric marketing. So when you think like, oh man, I could really go for a burger,
They want you to think
they
IHOP.
want you to think IHOP, which no one ever fucking thinks IHOP for a burger.
I don't think IHOP for breakfast.
Really?
Damn.
Oh.
Woo, get you off then.
Motherfucker, I haven't been to IHOP in like.
Do you not like it, or...
It's just,
It's okay.
It's
I mean,
alright.
don't get me wrong. Like if we're on like driving somewhere and there's IHOP and I'm hungry, I'll go there.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's a lot of other places like nearby that I'd
like-
rather go.
Well, I think it's more for more rural areas where you don't
I'd rather
have-
hit up Alexander's. Shout out to Alexander's than go to IHOP any fucking day.
It's like it's a chain. It's like the McDonald's of like breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like Denny's is like the McDonald's of breakfast. IHOP's like the
The Burger King.
BK.
Burger King of breakfast.
So anyway, so they
Because
decided-
IHOP's better than
so
McDonald's.
they had this whole marketing thing where like, oh, they're IHOP, International House of Burgers. They want you to focus on our burgers, and Twitter just had a field day. It started out with Wendy's.
Wendy's was hilarious.
Wendy's kicked it off, and it was like a haymaker, one hit KO, no scope to the head. It was like
It was like Drake. Drake was IHOP, and what's
Drake-
his face?
Pusha
Drake
T
was
Pusha
was
T
Wendy's.
was Wendy's.
And
So
then
you're saying that Push-
and then he basically said like, oh, did you know that that IHOP has a illegitimate kid with a porn star? And IHOP is like, oh, I guess we're done.
Oh yeah, our burgers could end them, but we won't.
So
Yeah.
Pusha T's running their Wendy's social media account.
Man, it was like epic because I think someone tweeted at Wendy's.
Hey
'cause,
Wendy's, did you know that
like,
IHOP
hey,
has
Wendy's, like,
burgers?
did you know that that IHOP is doing burgers now? How are you gonna let them run up on your block like that? And they're like, we're not scared of anyone who thought pancakes were too hard.
Yeah, that was funny.
I was like, woo! And then everyone chimed in. And then Burger King's like, we're changing our name temporarily. And it says Pancake King. Yeah. And like Waffle House saying like, oh, we have great burgers too, but we never forget our roots.
Yeah.
Or like, and it was just like even Netflix like temporarily changing our name to Netflib.
That flip.
Oh, it was just like
People hate on the Waffle House, but I love the
Epic.
Waffle House.
I haven't been to one since I was a kid.
I haven't been to Waffle House since I lived in St. Louis.
I remember.
So why don't we go to one?
There's none around here.
Let's take a road trip.
I remember
Let's go.
because I used
I'm
to
ready.
take a lot of road trips to Mexico, and I remember every once in a while we would stop at one on our way. And even as like a little kid, I knew that something was different. I'm like, these people aren't the same as where I'm fucking from.
Nope.
Something was
Because
amiss.
Yeah.
there's a lot of truckers, a lot of like dirty people.
Yeah, like this lady came up to me and she was like, "Can I take your order, honey?"
And
I'm
back
like,
then when you
wait
used
a
to-
minute,
In some of these, like in a lot of these states, like in Illinois, for those of you who don't know, you're not allowed to smoke in like restaurants and public areas. But there's still a lot of states that you are allowed
Yeah.
to smoke in public
can you
areas.
still do that in
And
Indiana?
yeah, and in Waffle Houses, and most of those Waffle Houses are in states of like that nature, and they all smell like fucking smoke. All the Waffle Houses smell like smoke.
So when you walked in there, were you like, like, I'm known to not always be correct, but I know when something ain't right.
Oh yeah, even as a little kid, I was like, something's wrong. These people are a little off. That's not right. Then I guess I was the idiot because as a kid, like the first time I went to a Waffle, I remember distinctly. What the fuck?
Do you have the Mickey Mouse waffles?
No, I asked the lady. I was like, "Can I have pancakes?" And she's like, "Oh, we don't serve that here. We're the Waffle House." Like if the idea of having pancakes was absurd.
Well, yeah, it's a Waffle House.
Yeah, it's a Waffle House.
That's why IHOP is superior. They still have fucking waffles. They specialize in pancakes, but they could make an exception, throw a pancake in a fucking waffle iron, and make one for you.
Waffle House won't do that.
No, they won't. It's too hard for them. You want a flat waffle? Huh?
You want a flat waffle?
You're not mad enough to eat a real waffle?
I
a
guess
waffle?
I just was a kid,
waffled waffle?
I was like, "What the fuck is a waffle? I want some pancakes."
Waffles are better than pancakes, at least in my personal
Well,
opinion.
he was the kid. He didn't know.
Yeah,
I will eat waffles, even though they're essentially the same thing, except
Like
they're
regular waffles or Belgian waffles.
any kind of waffle. I'll eat any kind of waffle over a pancake any day,
would you eat a blue waffle?
except a blue waffle.
Oh no, you already said it. You said any kind of waffle.
I'll eat a blue waffle over a like shit pancake.
For those that don't know,
Google blue waffle.
or
Don't Google blue waffle.
for those of you that don't know, do not Google blue waffles. It is pretty disturbing.
Can I get a blue waffle with a little truffle butter?
But if you do Google blue waffle, that is what Junkyard will eat instead of pancakes. Because he just said he'll eat any waffle.
I meant like real waffles,
Well,
not like
they're
fake
real.
waffles.
Blue waffles are real.
They're not like edible waffles.
I mean, it depends how you eat.
They're not the kind of waffles they serve at Waffle House.
You should be a little more specific,
They
Junkyard.
serve blueberry waffles.
Sorry, Junkie. You stuck your...
It's too late,
foot in your mouth.
Junkyard.
It's too late, man.
You spoke prematurely.
Yep.
They have a good
Now you gotta live with your decision.
they have a good nut waffle at Waffle House.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Same idea.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I guess that's
Hell
about it.
no, motherfuckers!
All right, let's do the question because I gotta get out of here.
Too many questions. There's too
Actually,
many
I'm not.
questions.
My girlfriend's flight lands at 8:30, so
appropriate question is, where
the
the hell
airport's
are they?
like, what,
Excuse
10 minutes
me.
away.
5.
like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary
Let me
questions.
just make sure she's landed at Midway.
Well, that's right. Here it says go all the way to O'Hare. That's a long drive. That's like a 30-minute drive. Anyway, it says, Dear Tony and Mamba.
Really quick, did I tell you that she did that to me?
What?
So the night that her cousin passed, I had to go pick up her so our other cousin who was a sister to the guy that passed, and she was like, "Hey, can you take me to the airport? You know, we got to pick up his sister." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "What time does she land?" She was like 8:50, and it was like 8:20. I was like, "Oh, well, we're right by Midway. That must be where."
Right.
She was like, "Okay, you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "You need your GPS?" I'm like,
For what?
Midway's right here. She was like, "It's at O'Hare." I was like, "You didn't say that." She's like, "I didn't." I'm like, "No." Like, well, you better hit the fucking gas pedal now.
For those of you who don't know, that don't live in the Chicagoland area,
There's 2 airports.
there's 2 airports in Chicago. Midway, which is like a smaller, more like, I guess,
it only
national
does
airport.
national
No,
flight.
they do international as well.
International, yeah.
But there's, mostly national flights. And it's like on the southern part of the Chicagoland
They're
area.
on opposite ends.
They're
of the
exact
city.
opposite ends of the city. Like super opposite. Like you can't get any more polar opposite. And then the O'Hare is super far from where we're more south. Well, Mom was kind of more north, but Tony and I are south.
Basically, we're closer to Midway.
Yeah.
So Midway, we can just
Midway is like
hit-
10 minutes from here, if
15,
that.
yeah.
Not even 15. If there's heavy traffic, it'll take you 15. But right now, there's no traffic. It'll take you probably like
10 minutes.
8 minutes.
Now O'Hare.
No, O'Hare is
that's
at
just
least
far.
a 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
At least, with no
Minimum.
traffic.
Minimum.
From here.
From here.
Probably like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
If there's no traffic, you can make it in 30. You can probably make it in 20 if it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyway,
If you're driving like Dr. Cologne, because remember when he said he made it from his house, which is basically Wisconsin, to your
here.
house in like, did he say 15 minutes?
something like that, yeah.
Like bullshit. Get out of here.
Fuck. Even if there was 0 traffic and he hit all the green lights, there's no fucking way you're doing it in 15 minutes. Anyway, continue, Junkyard.
All right, it says, Dear Tony and Mamba, my girl is a laborer, which means she generally works with predominantly men, which also means she makes a lot of male friends. Problem is, I've had a lot of bad experience with opposite sex friendships. in relationships and am suffering from major insecurity issues. I realize this is largely a personal issue, but I just want advice on how I could possibly deal with the situation. Any advice on how I can get over my insecurity and trust issues? Is it right for her to hang out with these guys while I'm at work? I try to be modern and play it off like I don't care, but it's eating me up inside with all these conflicting feelings. As in, I shouldn't control who she hangs out with and when, but my head keeps trying to push me to ask to at least be involved, so that I can make sure these dudes aren't making a move on her. Help. Feeling jealous.
So she must be. I mean,
In construction or some
I've done labor work. I mean, I only did it for one summer, but that shit is fucking hard, man. Like, props to your girlfriend for like
she's just getting paid to be looked at.
That is very
sexist, Mamba.
Sexist, Mamba. And,
I didn't say it was
NKOTP or our sponsors do not.
We are not.
What I'm saying is
your views do not.
I'm not being sexist towards her. I'm being sexist to her employers.
Pretty sure that's not how it works.
Oh man,
you positive? You don't think if she's doing hard physical labor, who would they rather pick? A small.
How do you know she's small?
Yeah,
what if she looks like China?
Okay, I'm assuming. I'm going by statistically what the size of most women are. She's smaller than your average guy. Would you want rather, if you're doing physical labor, would you rather have a gorilla who's going to be able to lift up a bunch of shit, or a smaller woman who you could oogle at while she's working?
Mamba, you're
All
a pig.
right, scratch that from the record.
edit that part out.
So anyway,
I think it's normal for him to feel that way. Obviously, like I think anybody would be a little concerned or jealous if like their significant other was spending time with dudes all day. I think he does have a good point that he should ask her to at least be involved. Like, if I was dating someone that had a lot of like male friends and they hung out with them all the time, I guess I would feel some type of way about it. But if she made an attempt to like, hey, you want to come hang out with us? Like, if I was at least included, like obviously I won't be able to like all the time because, like you said, maybe he has to work different hours.
Yeah.
But if she was like, hey, I'm going with my friends from work, we're doing this, we're going to the movies, or we're going to go eat, like, you want to come with? Like, I think that makes all the difference, because if she's trying to include you in it, and if you at least meet the people that she's hanging out with, I think it'll probably quell some of those insecurities you have. Might be a little easier. But yeah, if you're just like in the total dark about who she's with and all you know are like just names and don't even have faces, I could see where that might feel a little.
I have a lot of female friends, and I include my wife in.
Maybe
she
you
met all
could
of
put
them so far.
some of those names.
Yeah, but you're harmless, so
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I can fuck anybody
No.
at any time. You never know. I'm a fucking like a jackrabbit.
If you told me you have a friendship with a woman, I'm like, yeah, it's completely platonic.
there is definitely zero sexual tension there.
So can I hang out with your girlfriend?
Yeah,
Me and
I
her by
wouldn't worry-
ourselves?
I wouldn't worry about it.
You could have a slumber party for.
Yeah.
I would not be worried one bit.
Like you have like tickle fights?
Yeah, I
You know
wouldn't
what?
care.
That'd be just fine.
You'd probably be the one to tell her to stop. You're tickling me too hard. What was I gonna say?
Well, get him off.
Get you off me, Mamba.
What was I gonna say? I was talking about this to a coworker of mine, or she's not a coworker, she's an underling, but she's always telling me about her issues with guys, and she seems to have like, well, she had a guy. She was like, "Oh, my best friend is a guy." I was like, "He's not your best friend." She was like, "Yeah, he is." I'm like, "You think he's your best friend, but he just really wants to fuck you." And apparently I was right, because he got really weird and he started blowing up her phone. He's like, "Oh, I just need to talk to you." Started being really possessive. So my theory is that, well, this particular case is that she thinks she has a lot of guy friends.
But a lot of them want to fuck her.
A lot of them want to fuck her. Now, they might be friends and just friendly. They might not have to be doing anything. But I guarantee you those guys are hanging around with her because there's a possibility, or in at least their minds, that they will one day fuck her.
And the more absent he is, the more, the greater chance they think they have.
Yeah, they're going to be like, "Oh, why?"
So he needs to mark his territory. Like, here's what you do. Like, next time...
Pee on her?
Exactly.
Or
So-
at least hit her in front of him.
Yeah, so what you do is, like, next time, like, she has like a work outing with her friends, and she invites, she like asks you to come along. When you go, you pee on her in front of everyone, so they know that is yours. I would say slap around a little bit, but domestic violence, and we're kind of against that.
And they're probably in a public area. They'll probably call the cops.
It's you don't want that legal mess.
No, that's fine.
You can't hit a girl, but you could pee on her.
Yeah,
apparently.
I mean, R. Kelly did it.
I mean, he did it on underage girls. So I mean, if she's over 18, that's even better.
Now I get it. So, quick side note: I was dating this girl who had a best friend who was a girl, and she told me a story about how her friend came over one day, and she wasn't aware about it, but her friend had a hoodie on, and there was cum all over the hoodie.
What the fuck?
So I guess her boyfriend got pissed or some shit and came all over a hoodie, and she didn't know.
What the fuck?
So she had to wash it for her.
How did she know it was cum?
My girlfriend the girl I was dating.
Oh, because
you could tell when it's cum.
I mean,
I guess she took the train.
She has experience. She knows what spooge looks like.
Yeah, because I guess the reason why her friend was there is because she got into a fight with her boyfriend, and I guess to get revenge, he just came all over her hoodie.
That's like a really interesting way of like getting back at someone. Like, oh, my fucking girlfriend gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna fucking jizz on her hoodie. What the fuck?
When she told me that, I had to.
So did he like jizz on the hood part? Like
I wasn't there for it. She just told me.
Like on the sleeve, on the front.
She
like, I'm kind of curious.
She just said it was all over. I don't.
Oh, so he just like kind of.
Yeah, I didn't see it. She just told me about it. She was like, I think her name was. It doesn't really matter. I'm never gonna see him again. Her name was Nayeli. That was the girl. Mm-hmm. She was like, she's like, yeah, I felt really bad for her. She got into a fight with her boyfriend, and I guess when she wasn't looking or something, she came all over a hoodie, and then she wore it all the way to my house. She's like, I had to wash it for her.
Wait, so he did it while she wasn't looking?
I guess. I don't know the details of it.
Like, this is, Mama, you need to find out what the fuck happened.
I could hit her. I haven't dated her.
You can't hit her up because your girlfriend now.
No, he can hit her up as long as
I'm asking her about a cum hoodie.
He
What if she doesn't remember?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Remember, there's
nobody's gonna forget.
Look, Mamba could hit her up as long as
it's platonic.
As long as it's platonic, and as long as his girlfriend is aware before the.
I'm like, hey, remember that time your friend came over and she
I really need to know what happened. Like I feel like there's a backstory. I feel like there's a lot of details that are like I need to fill in because my imagination is just running in so many different directions right now. Like, was it on the hood? Was it on the sleeve? Like when she found it, was it still like
wet?
Was it still wet? Was it like crusty? Did she have to like I have a lot of questions.
Why don't you get her on the horn and Tony can ask her all these questions?
Do I still have her number saved? If I do, it's just because I do. I don't. I haven't talked to her.
If you want, you don't even have to say anything. I'll just be like, "Hello, Nayeli. This is New Kids in the Pod. We are calling you."
Well, that's her friend. That's somebody. That's not the girl I dated.
Hello, Nayeli's friend. This is New Kids in the Pod.
And we're here to talk to you about your jizz hoodie.
About your friend's jizz hoodie. We heard this story. This is a podcast for you if you don't know.
We need to know. All right, so that's our goal for next week. Try to find out what happened.
Oh, sorry. My girlfriend landed.
All right.
Oh, good.
So like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids in the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids in the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, anywhere podcasts are found. Shoot us an email like Pancho, newkidsinthepod@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail, 774-40-NKOTP. Mamba, in a world full of jizz hoodies?
In a world full of jizz hoodies, just check them before you walk out.
Cool. All right, we will hopefully catch you next week. Kissies on your dickies. Right.